Hey everybody, this is Holly and I'm doing my 1 year update video. 1 year ago I had weight loss surgery and it's been actually slightly over 1 year since that time, about 14 months, and in that time I've lost 184 pounds. So I'm not quite at my 200-pound mark yet, but I'm getting there. And I just wanted to share a little bit about how much this has changed my life. I had to self-pay for my surgery. My insurance denied me about, well, 3 times at least. And so it was a big sacrifice because it cost some money to get it done. And I can honestly say it was worth every penny times 12. It was the greatest thing that I've ever done. It was a huge leap of faith that paid off in a big way. A year ago, I was a little bit over 417 pounds, and my life was just so different. I hadn't slept in my bed in about 3 years. I could not sleep in the bed because I had sleep apnea. I originally was propping up on pillows, but it just got so bad that I no longer could even do that. I would suffocate under my own weight. So my brother helped me to get a recliner that was really more for 2 people, or what, the recliner makers think 2 people would be. And it was barely big enough for me, actually. Very barely big enough. But I got that recliner, and I will never forget the day that I got it, because it was a major wonderful thing for me, because I could no longer sleep in my bed, and it was so hard for me at night. I would wake up probably 12 to 15 times a night gasping for air. I lived in constant fear that I would die from suffocation. Every night when I kissed my kids goodnight, I wondered if they would find me in the morning dead. I just cannot even tell you what it's like to constantly wake up gasping for air, feeling like you're being choked to death. If the only thing that I got out of this surgery was being able to sleep through the night without waking up to being suffocated by my weight, that would alone be worth every penny of the surgery, because it was such a horrific way to live. I had lost so much mobility. I could barely walk. I could no longer wear shoes. My feet no longer fit in shoes. They were so swollen. It hurt so bad. It was like I had glass underneath the soles of my feet. I mean, I just can't explain to you. My back, my knees, every inch of my body hurt all the time. There was never a second of the day that I was not living in constant physical pain. Even when I was just sitting or laying in my recliner, I was in pain. It took a lot, I think, just to keep my body alive. My heart was always racing. My heart was always pounding. If I was to try to move, myself around to get a little bit more comfortable, it would be like I just ran 5 blocks. I could not fit anywhere, ever. I could fit in no chairs. I could not go to the dentist. I could not go anywhere, almost anywhere. I could just barely fit behind the wheel of my car, and I was beginning right on the verge of losing that. I actually broke the seat in my car, broke it a little bit, enough that I could still use it. Fastening a seatbelt, that was like 5-6 years ago. I couldn't do that for sure. I couldn't tie my shoes. Of course, I couldn't wear shoes, so that didn't matter. I couldn't buy any clothes anywhere except for the internet. So I outgrew the world. I had 4 kids that I desperately wanted to be there for. I could drop them off at school through the car line and pick them up again. I couldn't go to any events. I couldn't go to any teacher conferences. Everything had to be done over the phone, because even if I could tolerate the enormous amount of pain that it took me to walk into the school, I wouldn't have been able to fit in any single chair they had. So as a single mom, raising my kids pretty much alone for the most part because their dad doesn't live around here, and my family, who's super supportive of me, also doesn't live anywhere near me. So I just can't describe to you what it was like to always live in fear every day that, if my child were to fall, how would I ever get them up? If I were to fall, who could get me up? It was scary. It was very scary to live this way. And it wasn't that I didn't try. I tried everything. I tried every diet that exists 20 times. And I begged God to help me. I really did. I just, all I can say is if you've ever, I think anybody that's ever been overweight or obese can understand this. But if you haven't been, I know there are some people that see obese people in the stores and they're irritated by them. Well, all I can tell you is don't worry, because trust me, every second of their life is never-ending pain. So if you're irritated, just imagine how irritated they are, not just at the prison in which they live every single day of their life, but fighting your own mind, being like, feeling like you're Jekyll and Hyde. You want so badly to not eat all of this food that's killing you, and yet at the same time, you do. You can't. It's a battle in the mind at all times. So the surgery is amazing, but you still wake up with the same brain, and you have to do things to be successful. You have to work. But this was the thing. I was so afraid that the surgery wouldn't be able to help me. The surgery did help me. The surgery made the difference. It was like the push that I needed, because I was already I was already willing to do all these other things. I just needed that lift up. So I got it. And it made all the difference in the world. Exercise has been huge for me. If I could give one piece of advice to anyone out there having the surgery or trying to lose weight, I would say, please don't forget to exercise. But don't think it's like what you thought it was. I tried to exercise. I can't even walk across the room. I almost have a heart attack getting out of a chair. How am I going to exercise? Well, I learned that you start simple. My brother taught me that if 30 seconds was all I could manage, then 30 seconds was enough. Because anything you do counts. I started with 30 seconds, okay? And I built my way up. And here I am 1 year later, and I'm going to show you my favorite t-shirt in the world. This is my favorite t-shirt, CrossFit. This is CrossFit 925, where I go here in San Antonio. That's run by an absolutely amazing and wonderful coach named Diana Tyler. And if you go to my blog, 300poundsdown.com, I have a little bit more information on that. But the point is, I just say this to say that a year ago, all I could do was 30 seconds. And if somebody tells you that's not enough, they're wrong, because it was enough. And every day I did a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And now I'm going to CrossFit. I'm also I just started running. I run very, very, very slowly. It doesn't matter, because you know what? I'm starting small, just like I did with walking, and I'm building up. I ran 1 mile on the treadmill today. I can't even believe that. It's insane. I can sleep in my bed. I can wear a seatbelt. I can fit in any chair anywhere. I can take my children to the park. I can go down the slide. I can pick my child up when they fall. I can hold them in my arms. I can cuddle with them. They can wrap their arms around me. I can do all the things that I ever wanted to do and more. I'm going to Disney World next month. I'm taking my children to Disney World. And I just want to say that I asked God to help me, and He did. He opened a door, and I had that little mustard seed of faith, and I walked through it. I walked through the door. I started blogging. I met some absolutely amazing, wonderful people. Blogging is a really great tool because it allows you to stay accountable, document your progress, and meet some people that are fighting this battle. I mean, I have friends that are like, and I mean like, I would lay down my life for these people, and I've never met them in real life. And I can honestly tell you, they've picked me up when I fall. Some of the people that have actually been following my blog for a year can remind me, hey, you know what? You're having a bad day 5.5 months ago. This is where you were. Look at where you are now. You know, and it's amazing that they remember things I don't even remember. I think it's important to have a good support network. If your support network is through a blogging community because you don't have people in your life that can support you, it's made a huge difference to me. That, therapy, which I started in the beginning, then quit because, when you're processing your feelings without food and you're getting all this gunk out of you, it's difficult, it's hard. And so I quit for a while only to realize that I needed to go back because this is part of it, learning how to live your life without the food. I mean, we have to eat, obviously, but we can't use the food in a destructive way because I was killing myself slowly with a fork, but I was. And I didn't want to, but I was. So the bottom line is that there is hope. This is where I am in 1 year. I can't believe it. And I can't wait to see where I'm going to be in another year. I'll stand up real quick so y'all can see what I look like now. I mean, I'm still, got a long ways to go, obviously. I've got a long ways to go. But the fact of the matter is I've come very, very far. My life has changed in ways that can only be described as a miracle. And so I just want to say to everybody, if you have this issue, there is absolutely hope for you. And thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys in another year. God bless you.